Okay, hey guys, just came on today, thought I'd have a wee little scroll through Twitter, see what the squad are saying to it. And I'm finding some kind of interesting things. You know, like that Shola woman who I was talking about that criticised Sarah Everard for that a white woman who was murdered. How she thought it was an outrage that she was only getting press because she was white, you know. If you want to hear that interview, she done it on the Naomi Campbell podcast. But then I seen this little nugget of information. So one of the squads trying to get Shola's attention by this tweet that was put out. So they're saying, Shola, did you see this one? The account below has been hating for a while now. Well, I don't think it's hate when they're actually putting out information that they've looked up and if it can be proven to be factual. So what this person has said is, Shola, your grandfather needs to pay reparations for selling us to slavery. In fact, he has to apologise to us. Your father has to get down on his knees and apologise to us. So stop attacking Prince William and get our money ready. Cash, please. So the information that they found out was Shola Moss is herself royalty. She is the granddaughter of a Nigerian monarch. And it tells you the name. I'm not going to even try to say that because I know I'll butcher it. And she's the daughter of Prince Adebayo. His ancestors sold legions of their people into slavery. So that's kind of interesting that Shola, the person who's always moaning about racism, actually comes from a family who sold their own people into the slave trade. So let's go on. What else has been said? Okay, this will be interesting. Transcripts from the Ailey Hall. So that's one of our group. Again, I apologise if your name pops up. I don't mean to. Now, take a look at this one. We get blocked from Twitter for saying nothing, just giving our critiques on Meghan and Harry. Yet the Sussex Squad podcast can say stuff like this, but they're perfectly fine. And now look at this tweet. This is disgusting. The resemblance of honeysuckle and palace prostitute tampon collector extraordinaire, also known as Queen Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, Camilla Parker Bowles, is uncanny. Many mistake them for siblings or perhaps cousins. Glad she's visiting her family members. Family's everything. They're basically comparing Camilla to a horse, which I think is disgusting. For women to go after another woman's looks is just, it's below the belt, you know. If we had to do that to any of your group, Sussex Squad, we'd be classed as racists. So let's go on. Oh yeah, Boozy also done a podcast. I'm not going to play it because his voice irritates me. But he done a podcast or whatever, wherever he done it on, where someone has put, our world is reaching the point where some people are claiming racism towards every single black person who does wrong, which is true. Not all black people, but, you know, the woke snowflake ones who claim victimhood and everything, one of them being Christopher Boozy. So Christopher Boozy is one of those people, he sees the Sussex Squad as the good guys and we're the evil ones. Well, in this podcast, he's bragging that how he took down Yankee Wally, he's bragging how it was a team effort of them all mass reporting her, which was my idea of what happened in the first place. Also got a really interesting message today on Twitter. Someone had sent me a link, not from the Sussex group, from our kind of camp, and I'll just click it here. Basically, they sent me this link and I'd said, what is this? And they said, it's been sent to everyone and it's a virus. And I asked, oh, is it? I stupidly clicked on it, but I didn't click anything on it. Are these the bots? Sorry, I said boys, but I changed it to bots. That everyone's talking about, that the Sussex stalkers are putting out. And this person, who I give credit to, Harry and Meg's, she said, like, or he said, I think so, change your password just to be safe. She said that, like, I also clicked and logged in. I'm stupid. Well, you're not stupid. How are we meant to know that this is like the dark tactics that they're going to? I think it was like Murky Meg that kind of exposed this about the bot farming. So it turns out that it's actually true, and here's the proof here. I just says, well, we're in the same club then, because obviously I clicked it as well, and asked, do you mind if I warn others about this on my YouTube channel, because I'm sick of their dirty tactics? And they said, please. And I said, thanks. I swear the stupid Sussex clan, along with that bozo boozy, will do anything to shut us up. What they did to Sue and Wally was disgusting. So I'm going to go, excuse me, going to go back to, sorry, the Sussex stuff, okay? Okay, let's see what's here. There's actually, like, I found like a page called the Sussex Squad Bullying Exposed page. So they've actually found tons of tweets that the Sussex Squad have put out. Yeah, they're still allowed on YouTube. They're still allowed on Twitter. So here's one. I am just going to say it. Kate looks not healthy. She's just too thin. I don't see why she's a good example for young girls. Well, she's naturally got an athletic build. She's not too thin. So stop trying to say she's got an eating disorder. And here we've got Prince Charles hugs his mother and the Cambridges, so Meghan Markle becomes the Queen of England. That'll never happen. Never, ever, ever, ever happen. Because the monarchy, and I can promise you this, would be abolished before anyone allowed that to happen. Meghan would never become queen because she's not born royalty. If anything had to happen to the Cambridges, God forbid it didn't, but it would it would be, I'm sure, Harry that would be like regent until George was old enough to rule. But even at that would never happen. The British people would never allow that to happen. So there's another person saying fuck their tour, fuck their kids. When are we going to Buckingham Palace to kill the royals? My calendar is empty. At 18, I want Archie to spit on that old bat's grave, cripple the bald-headed asshole by breaking his knees, and then leave that rotten teeth country and live in the US permanently. Well, Archie can stay in the US permanently because we certainly didn't want his parents back. But to say stuff like this, it's just absolutely vile. It's just vile, like, and it just goes on and on and on. Here's one here talking about little Prince George, a bloody child. You know, they go on about us and say that we mention the Sussex's children, but we don't, because they're innocent. The children should be totally kept out of everything. Excuse me. They're innocent in all this. So this person said about a child, he looks retarded, his eyes don't even match. Absolutely disgusting. At this point, I hope Corona gets them. I ain't worried about nothing, just for karma gangster in the form of Rona to do her thing. Meaning that they want Corona to kill the royal family. I told a racist, xenophobic, ugly cow that if the Queen, Prince Charles and Prince William die from the virus, that Prince Harry will become the regent and guardian of the Cambridge children, not Kate. She's just the mother, until Prince George reaches 1821 and the rest of the children. Well, once again, that will never, ever, ever happen. Prince Harry is no longer a working royal. And even at that, he is despised so much in this country that people who love the monarchy, including myself, I love the Queen. I would rather, to be honest, it got I would rather the UK be made a republic than have that whiny ginger prick on the throne. Exactly. Since they're an inbred family, I'm sure it would be fine for Andrew to do the nasty with Princess Charlotte. And this is allowed. We get banned from places like Twitter for questioning the validity of Meghan's pregnancy, okay? Yet these vile monsters can say that they want little Princess Charlotte to be molested by her Uncle Andrew. And just to make it kind of clear, Andrew, even though he's paid money out to Virginia, he's not been charged with any crime. In Britain, the age of consent is 16, so he never committed a crime in Britain. So yeah, you need to stop with that one as well. But to say this, is just vile. If we had to say this about the Sussex children, yeah, we'd be ran off the internet. But not yous lot. You seem to get a pass for all these the disgusting crap that he's put out. Let's go on to more. Who wants to kill the Cambridge? It's the Came bitches, eh? So they want to kill the entire family. Smiley face. So happy about trying to kill the Cambridges. Edward has no children. William has 3. For Harry to become king, an unspeakable tragedy would have to happen. If he shapes up and tragedy happen, yes, I'd settle for him working his way back to Prince. Karma has its way of doing strange things. Laughy face. You never know. Absolutely, yeah. So, yeah, here's them wishing for Prince William's death. Whatever happens, I suppose. Other people here are right. Let's start popping off the royal family and get her in as Queenie, meaning Meghan. Which, again, will never happen. She'll never be Queen of our country. She's not even a class as a princess of our country. To us, she's just Harry's wife, the moaning, selfish, vindictive liar who never had any intentions of staying and being a working member of the royal family. If she did, she wouldn't have kept on her agents or publicists or lawyers. They wouldn't have tried to make deals well in the royal family. She wouldn't have had Harry touting for work on the red carpet of the Lion King to get her voice work. Yeah, so I'm glad I'm not the only one who is planning this. And so they wonder why the royal families had to step up their security. This is why. This is why. And then Harry's got the cheek to moan that he doesn't feel safe in the UK. Harry doesn't feel safe in the UK. Harry's not the one whose fandom. Harry is not the one, okay, who's has the fandom of, say, the royal family wishing death upon his children. Harry's not the one who's actually having death threats from the royal family's fans. Harry's children aren't the one receiving rape threats for his daughter from the royal fans. It's the Sussex fans that are wishing all this. So for Harry to say that he feels unsafe, that's just a load of crap. I'm sorry if my Scottish accent's coming out a bit much here. Some of these tweets are just disgraceful. It wouldn't take all that much Meg's side to make it happen, just saying. And then we've got some beautiful pictures that the images the Duchess put out with Charlotte. She's just such a beautiful child, isn't she? She reminds me of the Queen when the Queen was younger. But a Sussex squad member says, she looks like the devil reincarnated. How and Lou are going to be such snotty brats, and George will be holier than thou jerk, just like his dad. Yeah, just lovely. Absolutely lovely. And what have they had to say here now about little George? How someone could not love this wee face. This is obviously a Scottish person that's put this out. And then a Sussex Squad member has said, the photo was with the paint. It is not him, you idiot. It's crazy, middle trash Louis. George is an average kid. There are better kids who will contribute more to the future of our country, not this parasite. Unbelievable. Idiot. George is a very average of a parasite. Stuck around, although like 3 breakups, and then when he started balding and decided to settle, he went to his good old trusty mattress. I suspect that's them talking about Prince William and Kate. Interesting what they like Meghan Markle so much, who is supposed feminist, yet they talk like this about a woman named like Kate. Let's go on. Gosh, you would never know Meghan was older than Kate from that pic. Kate needs to lay off the ciggies. I'm sure there's tons of pictures out there of Markle smoking. So that's kind of like pot calling the kettle black. She's already gave him the heirs and she doesn't own any of those things because she's an outsider. William can decide to throw her out and she leaves with nothing. Meghan owns her mansion, is worth 100 million. Maybe she'll let her sleep in Archie's chick-in. Well, Meghan doesn't exactly own that mansion because they've got a mortgage on it. And if they had that much money, why would they need to rent their mansion out by the hour? And to say they're worth 100 million, that's just a guess, because they wouldn't have been paid the full amount of money from Netflix or Spotify. Plus, the amounts have changed every time that a story comes out about the Netflix and Spotify deals. They would have got a retainer, and they've not put anything out yet. So, 100 million, I don't think so. So here we go again. Poor George. Now they force him to go to a game that, from his face, he would say that he did not care at all. And on top of that, dressed as if he was an older person. Actually, I think George was a bit upset because his team was losing. But there's other pictures of him smiling and having a great time at that game. Let him be a child and have fun. Do not force him to be an older person when he's just a child. Do not force him to be where he does not want to be. And above all, do not try to make a child look older by wearing a suit. Well, I think it's smart that he's wearing a suit and dressed like his dad. You know, he is one day going to be the King of England. So it's only right that his father takes him to events and teaches him manners and how to act respectful and responsible in public. Haha, and there you are. Like one of them smiling, you know. Saying that George was forced to go by his parents. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I agree with you. So some of these have been removed. So here's one about Scobie trying to shut down accounts. If he was an actual journalist, you would have to take the good with the bad. Meghan Markle doesn't deserve special treatment. She must pay well to try to quash people using their right to free speech, which is true. And here's like one of Scobie when he was younger and older. Doesn't even look like the same person. He doesn't, does he? Scobie is always the one going on about people being racist towards Meghan. Yeah, Scobie's like kind of like looks like he's changed his ethnicity. He's obviously had tons of plastic surgery, which is up to him, you know, like it's his face, he can do what he wants. But he's obviously used like skin whitening techniques to whiten his skin. So if you're proud of your race, Scobie, why would you do that? I would, if you're biracial or whatever, be proud of your skin colour. Don't lighten your skin. Yeah. So here we've got, hey Omid, word out is that you're trying to silence free speech. Please say that it's not true. You're just trying to silence people just because they have a difference of opinion. And this was the tweet that Yankee had put out when someone had infiltrated the Sussex Squad. And Obi, bloody one can Obi. Omen was trying to like fish for information. So, stay safe, Prince Harry. May God punish everyone who's lied and bullied you, your wife and children. No one's bullied Harry or his wife or and definitely not his children. But I have seen plenty of people bullying the Cambridge children. I wish harm on all people who are trying to sabotage them. In related news, Prince Harry has arrived safely at his Frogmore cottage. Here's Sophie with his golden straw up Sussex's butts. In Windsor ahead of next week's event, per the government's test to release scheme. He will be expected to quarantine, blah, 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 blah. Thoughts will be with our wonderful future king who lost his mother when he was so young. Also the former spare, his little brother. Call me Harry. It's funny that like Omid doesn't ever report anything negative the Sussexes do, isn't it? It's kind of weird that he's quick to like jump on the bandwagon when any other member of the royal family puts a foot out of place. But if it's the Sussexes, oh no, Omid won't touch that. I mean, that's his cash cow, isn't it? Also notice that Harry didn't attend his grandfather's memorial either. You know, and what was his claim again? Lack of security. Well, there was thousands of dignitaries there, members of other royal families from across Europe. The monarch, the Queen was there, Prince Charles was there, William. So the security there would have been immense. There'd be no chance of anyone being able to attack or do anything at that memorial service. Not one chance. So for Harry to say he didn't go because of lack of security is just a BS excuse. And if anyone, as you can clearly see from these tweets, that needs security, it's the royal family against Meghan and Harry's evil, delusional, disgusting fans. Alright, I'm going to go. This is just a little quick one today. Hope yous are all doing well, and speak to yous again. Bye.